If you scored 3 or 4 on the Module 1 Mastery Check, you do not need to watch this video. You are going to skip and go to the next section. You do not need to do the reteach with me. If you did not get 3 or 4 problems correct on your reteach, then you're going to do this with me. We're going to do some practice so that you can go and retake that quiz and improve your score there so that you can go to the next section. So the very first one, so make sure you have this worksheet from the math drawer. So in the math drawer, you're going to get the yellow worksheet, reteach number 1, and we're going to go through this together. So if I write it, you write it. So when you're done, your paper should look like my screen here. So the first one says to graph 6 and its opposite. So 6 is positive. So we're going to start here at 0. We're going to go to 6. We're going to graph it. And then the opposite of 6 is going to be that negative 6. It's 6 places away from 0, but in the other direction. So just here's 0. I want 6 this way and 6 this way. Those are opposites. So now we're going to graph 3. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to go in the opposite direction from 0. 1, 2, 3 puts us at -3. And then we're going to do the same thing here. We're going to go to -4. Now we want whoa, that was a really crazy circle. Now the opposite of -4 starts at 0 and goes 4 in the positive direction. So we're starting at 0 every time. Go that many in one direction, that same number in the other. The number is the same. One's positive, one's negative. Those are opposites. Okay, next we are going to use inequalities to compare. So that is the not equal. These are our greater than and less than signs, or we could show that maybe they are equal, but we're trying to compare them to show which one is more, which one is less. So I would like you just right here to draw just a quick little number line, and we're going to just put 0 here. So we're just going to think about these as we're doing them. You don't need a full number line, but I want to see this number line. So we're going to say, right, like 15 might be here. -17 is on the other side. This is the small side. So make sure you write that this is smaller and this is bigger. So 15 was farther to the right. So 15 is bigger. So make sure you have your number line and the words small and big to help us compare these. Okay, now we have 12. We'll stick 12 here. And you can label it if you want to help remember. So then 19 is going to be over here. So I can see that 12 is smaller than 19, right? It's closer to the small. Okay, now we have 9 and 4. So I don't need a perfect number line. I just need to think about where they would be on the number line. If drawing out a number line helps you, then do it. So 9 is greater than 4. Just the way we read it, 9 is greater than 4. We see the big side first, we say greater. We see the small side first, we say less than. Okay, now we have -5. So we'll go -5 right here. And then it'd be 6, 7, 8. -8 is here. So 8 sounds bigger, but because it's negative, it's actually smaller. So -5 is greater than -8. Hey, now we have -6. That's going to be right in here after the 5. And then we have +6. They're opposites. So even though the numbers are the same, they don't have the same value. This person has $6. This person lost $6. They owe their parents $6. So -6, whoops, I wrote that backwards, is less than 6. All right, our next one says -7, and we're comparing it to -10. So we're going to sneak -7 in there, and then we'd have 8, 9, 10, -10. So I can see 10 is on the left, so it is smaller. So my small side points to the smaller one. -7 is greater than -10. Hey, now we have 18. That's going to be over here by 19, and we're comparing that to 8. And I can see that 18 is on the bigger side. So 18 is greater than 8. And our last one, we have negative 16. So that's going to be over here, negative 16. And then we have negative 11 just past the 10. 16's on the smaller side. Negative 16 is less than negative 11. So put that number line and think about where is the small side, where is the big side. Put them on the number line, and then it's pretty easy to see, oh, that's smaller, that's bigger. Label it if you need to. Write the words. I know over here gets smaller, over here gets bigger, so you can help reason through those. Hey, next up, we're going to order the integers from least to greatest. So again, we're going to make ourselves just a little rough number line here. So here's 0. So we need to get 5 on there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I just kind of counted over 5 places, and I'm going to label it. I write it, you do it. So you should have this number line with me. Next, we have negative 2. So we're going 2 places to the left. 1, 2. Then we have 9. So we're at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We need a negative 1. It goes right in here. And a 0, which we already have. So now we're just going from least over here to greatest. So I can just write these in order. So I have negative 2, negative 1, 0, 5, 9. So my number line helped me do that problem really easily. So let's try this next one. So we want to make sure we draw out a little number line. So here's 0, so negative 14, I'm going to stick it over on the negative side a little ways away. Then I have positive 12, go right over here. And we have positive 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Negative 3, 1, 2, 3. And I have negative 8 goes in here. Now 0 is not part of this set. That just helps me know where were the positives, where were the negatives. So now I'm going to start at the smallest one, negative 14, and then just work my way over. Negative 8, negative 3, 5, and 12. That was not a good comma. So graph them, write them in order, just like you read, smallest, biggest. Okay, our last part we're going to work on is the absolute value. So if you remember, this symbol is like distance from here to here. How far away was it? So if we're starting at 0 to get to that number, how many places did you have to move? Positive, negative, doesn't matter. How many places did you move? So we'll put an X, either it's true, so yes, it's correct, or no, they got it wrong. So this says the absolute value of negative 3. So to get from 0 to negative 3 took 3 places. So this is really 3. And it says it's less than absolute value of negative 5. To get from 0 to negative 5 takes 5. So we're rewriting the problem. Rewrite your problem. So when we see absolute value, we're just saying, what distance is that? This took 3 places. This took 5 places. Now let's see, is this correct? 3 is less than 5? Yes, that's true. So, I don't know how I did that. Okay. Our next one says the absolute value. So we need to think, if I'm at 0, how do I get to negative 7? That's 7 places. And this one, if I'm at 0 and I need to get to 4, that's 4 places. I bring the sign down. They said 7 is greater than 4. Yes, that's true. So the value of this one is greater than this one. All right, this one says the value of negative 11. So to get from 0 to 11, negative 11, it's 11 places. This one does not have the absolute value. It wants it to just stay negative 9. And they said 11 is less than negative 9. Well, this one's positive. This person has money. This person owes money. This is not true. So if it has those signs, you're saying, what is the value from here to here? How far away was it from 0? It's usually going to be a positive number. If it doesn't have those lines, then it's just, that was negative 9. And then I bring my sign and I compare, and I can even draw my number line if I need to. I can say right here 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, 5 is bigger than 3. So remember, absolute value is the distance from here to here. Draw your number lines out and do the work so that you can get these correct. So you're going to go get this checked off, and then you're going to get a new blue paper and you're going to redo that quiz so that you can pass it. If you have any questions, be sure to ask before you go do your quiz.